Blessings and welcome forward to Reasons Right to the Trail Life. I'm your host, Talaku, the Great Owl, in the presence of my co-host, High Priest Tafari. Perfect love. Perfect love. Yeah, my the cord got in the way there for a little. Yes, High Priest. Another bright, sunny day, yeah, here in Milegully, Jamaica. I will give thanks just to have a nice, beautiful, clear day in the summer, and also we have rains in the evenings. So I think the days are a little bit balanced that we're having, I would say, a kind of a spring-like weather at this point in the summer. And just recognizing the glory of God's creation, it's a beautiful thing to be out. Feel some nice breeze ruffle through your clothing, on your skin, and just take a deep breath, yeah, and just give thanks, that, we have life, right? A lot of people, they are caught up in a lot of distractions, and this is one of the reasons why this particular video will be of some interest. So we're going to be talking about channeling of spirits, right? Because when we come to understand spiritual language, there's a lot of things that is right before our very eyes, like every day, and we don't realize that the language itself speaks of something that is obvious to those who are aware, but just oblivious to those who don't know. That a lot of what we go through is because, people have been using ritualistic magic through spells, and part of it is even through etymology, even through words, even through linguistics. And then there are mantras, and there are incantations, and there are invocations, right? That people gather around and decide to channel a particular entity. Why? Because the entity cannot come, hallelujah, on our plane of existence. Well, it has no authority, and our environment doesn't suit it in its actual nature. So we have like that connection has to be established. So we talk about the avatar and having a host body to carry a aspect of this spirit in this reality. So we would say a person would channel that spirit, making themselves a medium, right? So then that entity can, for a short time, in some cases, or sometime maybe for an extended period of time, enter into their body, take possession of their body, and then act instead with their body, and carry instruction, message, and teach whatever they want to teach. So channeling of spirits is very hidden, but it's a very, how would I put it now? A very sinister, that's the right word, kind of activity. Because like I said, it's masked and it's hidden. And there are people who are channeling spirits from like 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Or entities also, because they're spirits and there's entities and there's demons or whatever. But let's just say you learned about this particular person 500 years ago, and they're trying to channel that spirit into somebody in the now, or that demonic entity into somebody to have that attributes. Let's use like say Genghis Khan, let's just say, right? And it's like they're trying to channel the spirit of Genghis Khan into a particular person because, the strategy of war and so forth. So they're trying to get Temujin spirit into a particular person, and then, so, they'll be doing certain things at certain points in the year and certain rituals, and it can also just be called a fraternal gathering or a seemingly innocent gathering. But at the end of it, there is a rite that happens and a transformation that takes place. High Priest Tafari, how do you look at the essence and the process of channeling spirits?
Yes, brother, great one. Back in the past, before I find Christ, and Christ find me, in an esoteric world and, in search for truth.
Mm-hmm.
Buck up on some Pleiadians, and people are channel Pleiadians.
Hallelujah.
So-called aliens from the Pleiades constellation.
Mm.
So me also take teaching from these channelers. I channel the Pleiadians. And it's so, alright, the person would start out in one personality. So as a female, one normal female personality. And when them call upon whoever them are channel upon, and the person take over them body, you can see say it's a man take over them body. And it's a voice of a man that come out her mouth. Personality change up. Everything change. I used to say, yeah man, this real man, alien them a channel. You know, but that's when me never know about spirits and demons and God and angels. We never believe in them things. We believe in aliens. Because through me see the spaceship that changed my life, you know. So I say, yeah, alien real, you know. I see them spacecraft. So that take me upon a different part in our life. That's why me used to so focus on the aliens and Pleiadians and anything with alien, you know. So I say, I hear what the Pleiadians are say. And them used to teach many wisdom and knowledge what me I practice. Them a teach me things, and when me look back at it now, as somebody who come to Christ now and know about the unseen realms, me I realize that, oh, these are evil spirits. Them a call upon and a conjure. Because the same evil spirits I teach man magic. And magic them a teach me, you know. And I tell me how to practice this and practice that. I use blood and I do things where you're not supposed to mess with. Them a make you use it. And I do enchantments and witchcraft with the thing. So me also, I listen to these channelers and look up to them, and you know, and I say, yeah, a wise words them people I say. Because this world can be so deceiving, you know.
Absolutely.
Me used to think say ultimate truth that, you know. Like me I say, people that even know what go on earth, man. People are channel alien long time. And them a teach with knowledge long time and we not take it in. Because I used to think myself special for know these things. And I say, an alien me I get my knowledge and wisdom from, you know. You know? You still I get it from Babylon, you know. And that's the system. Cheap. Yes, I. So coming to Christ, I can clearly see that, oh, these are demonic forces with evil agenda. What we are not supposed to be in contact with. LNG White was a channeler, a channel evil spirits, and she write down what them say, and I do whatever them say. And most of her works are evil, we call it a people works. Plagiarized work, you know. A people works, she copy and put her name on it, word for word. LNG White.
And I was born too. They're holy crocks there. Huh?
Yes, I. So you have many channelers in this world who become known people and influencers. We have to be careful. You know, people are go to the same 7-day church and I listen to taking LNG writings. Witchcraft that, man. That is not of God. Allow that. Read the Bible. Enough something there in the Bible for read. Allow LNG White with our channeling evil spirits energy. You see me? Do your research if you don't believe me.
You know, religious character and personality, like I said in the previous video, stole people away from the true faith and away from the true teacher. Everybody wants to create this subjunctive approach, you know. I am a student of the great teacher, and here I come with the knowledge of the great teacher. No, you don't have the knowledge of the great teacher. The great teacher has the knowledge. You come with an interpretation of craftiness in guise like it's the knowledge of the great teacher. And so you have the Mormonism, you have the revivalism, you have a lot of mystical nihilism beliefs, and even intertwined within the Rastafari, the Moorish Science Temple, the Noble Juwali, the Farad Muhammad. There's this channeling mecca of beings or human beings who believe they are other beings. Do you want me to say? They think they are of another genius. They are of another species altogether. They are most delusional, because what has happened is that they are part of these orders, these covens, and these organizations that bear witness to archaic practices, and through these archons they are conned into giving up the 10565 gene code stamp of divine protection. They give up the autonomous God-given self and channel an entity who has beguiled them, or they have sought out through their own ambition and has abandoned their native state into an unnatural state. And so these individuals who are groomed in these covens, these organizations, become what they call, you know, an avatar for these beings, and hence is like the vicar of such beings here on earth. And they purport, postulate, and project an utter chaotic image. If you are privy to read their writings, it's more sinister and destructive in terms of how they speak about the human being as cattle, as chattel, and as mere meat. And you wonder to yourself, when they have produced artworks and works of literature, how macabre can you be? Are you truly human when you speak of your fellow humans in such terminology? Then you recognize that they are not humans in their own perception. They have channeled these entities so long, they have ascribed themselves unto these entities personality and persona. They have become like these principalities. They do at times give up so much that even the human form is morphed into all manner of abominations. First they channel, you know. First they create a little, you know, seances and tell you, oh, we're going to talk to great grandma. That's where it starts. And great uncle and cousin and your rich duke that was in your family 4 centuries ago, 14 generations ago. You know, the great king from Cordova that, you know, you were a part of, you know, the Moorish Empire. And so they're going to channel, right? And you connect, and they're going to teach you certain rituals you have to do to keep yourself in the similitude of this being. So after a while, you know, here comes a delusional, schizophrenic mind being exacerbated by the support of the environment. People support the grandiose mentality because people seem to think there's value in trying to be somebody else. So emptying themselves of themselves and channeling something else in to have power over fellow human beings. Yeah, people thinking that they have the right to communicate beyond the living world and sphere, or they have right to make communication and contact outside of our natural living environment. Yeah, and so they go seeking through books of magic, through books of all manner of the grimoire, spell and spell casting in the nomenclatures, in the etymon. They go into all manner of dimensional knowledge and things of portals and, you know, how to do X's and, you know, how to speak to, you know, the demon you see in your dream. Or remember the cartoons, the animes, the movies, they posit information from the demon world as well. And so they actually leave clues in them. Most people don't realize it because you're not looking for that. But those, hallelujah, who are actually looking, and we can talk about the Harry Potters if you want to know, right? Just because people know it. I'm not just saying only Harry Potter. I'm saying that all these shows, they got clues like Doctor Strange. And these shows are telling you, I'm going to mention it again in the other video, but I'm just saying that it's showing you that there's something happening somewhere else that is affecting us here, because people here are connected like a signal, that you would say, like a broadcast signal, and that person who calls themselves the high priest of chaos, they're picking up the signal and they're disseminating the signal of chaos amongst the flock to go out amongst the people and the children of the Most High and cause more mayhem and more destruction. Yes, and they're working things about policies and property. That's why they're trying to get your land sometimes. That's why they're trying to get articles of your clothing sometimes. That's why sometimes they're trying to get the paperwork. That's why sometimes they're trying to get your grandma's signature. That's why sometimes they're trying to get you to write a handwritten letter. That's why sometimes they're trying to do things that don't seem to make sense to you. And it just seems like, what is this all about? Because you're being targeted by people who are channeling all manner of spirits, because you're probably on a property that is a high meridian spot, a spot that they desire to do things, or they claim that a couple centuries ago it was theirs, right? Maybe it was in the family, or maybe your family was a part of the clan and now you're not anymore. And so they're troubling you. They're channeling your uncle. You're seeing these strange people on your property, right? And you're looking at your great uncle's grave that you know is a vault. Speak to me, right? You know it's a vault, right? And you're going at the vault and you're seeing all these manner of things, you know, tying colors, paints, you know, garlands, prayers, mantras, all manner of things you see, and signs and writings too, depending on how dark the energy is around, is vault, is sepulchre. Yeah. And you're seeing people tell you that they are, let's call him Great Loser the First, right? And you're telling me that they are the incarnate Great Loser the First. Yeah. And they're coming into your family and tell you that I am the incarnate great leader. Yeah. And they start to tell you thing about your family history, right? Because they're channeling the spirits of that person, right? And then laying claim to your fortune, and they want secret documents and they want certain things, right? Digging in your backyard, channeling spirits, channeling entities. They're burying things and planting there. High Priest Tafari.
Yes, brother, great all. So the evil ones, them are channel the high demons for the wisdom. You know, say Al Nasa in connection with these demons, I talk to them, the evil spirits, dimensional beings. I chat to them, get information, break down them technology, them in communication secretly. You know, all of these big men, them, these, we call them the Rockefellers and the Rothschild, and you know, all of them top man, them in a secret room and chat to these evil beings face to face, conjure them up, channel them, give them permission to use them, write out all some plans, and you know, can remember the same fallen angels, and them create government structure, you know, and them teach you whole heap of information about how civilized world operate. And at them same top man there execute the plan. Because I see them fallen one children. And them children at the end of the day. See them Nephilim them. Because when you look at the fear of them, you have to realize that the fear of them head no shape normal. It big cover up under the hat. It's a big head. And if you look on these carvings, you realize that enough of them are giant looking beings. And if you look on enough of them man there, are some tall looking man with some weird shaping head. So you can see evidence, you know. Say a Nephilim them on earth, I walk around. Probably water down, you know. And no hybrid, because although them still intermarry, to try keep the blood strong. But all of these men, them a channel these evil forces. Them a talk to Satan, Lucifer, other fallen angels, demons. Them a execute evil plans. Them a deceive many. Cannot even NASA. The most of deception what them depend, it's not normal. If you do your research and just say something like NASA is deceiving, just do some little research, man. Find out, say, oh, this world that you live on is not what you think. It's how the Bible says it is, but it's not what the book them what explain the world say it is.
Yes, hallelujah.
Because the whole of that is an evil agenda, you know.
That's it, man.
They must channel it, you know. Because you talk, when you hear the play there and them, they must explain things like, say, they must explain it according to this deception protocol. Them not go outside of it.
Never.
Them not talk about God. Them not talk about Christ, nothing like that. You're sorry.
It's interesting as you talk about the Pleiades in relation to the powerful elites, right? And how they are bloodline connected through Nephilim to the fallen entities, right? So they are carrying like a blood right, a blood signet right. And so witches and warlocks easily come from amongst their families, and so that is why they're always the ones channeling as a way of life these entities, and know that they are popularizing the culture of their darkness. As we're in the age of revelation, the Bible talks about a lot of demons shall be loosed in these times, and a lot of things that were hidden from our eyes and our sights will become clearer. And so now we have an image of Doja Cat that is currently circulating, right? Her as a three-horned demon, and there were previous images of, other persons that had evil connotations, activities, relations, clearly in music videos or in promotions that were clearly satanic. But no, with this one, with Doja Cat, it shows clearly that the agenda is to say we aren't hiding anymore, because they have channeled these spirits so much that these demons and these entities are deciding that they're not giving them back their personalities like anymore. It's like they would turn them into vegetables sometimes, and sometimes they would survive. But no, it's like these entities want to be here. They want to be famed. They want to be famed and defame us, right? And that's their agenda. And so now we can see that the artists now who have been channeling are the puppets or the vessels for their channeled masters are presenting their satanic demonic artwork. Their work of demonology is evident before us. It's like people might say, why are there such, rhetoric around demonic? Because we're in an age where these hidden entities are going to be revealed and are revealing themselves as not being fictitious, imaginative ideas that were created by artists in some dark room filled with fear. These were entities that the artists and their coven masters were channeling for 15, 20, 30 years. They were taking instructions from these entities. And now these entities fashion an artificial reality. And that artificial reality, we were being desensitized to it as they remove man and woman as the progenitor of life, or the genetic origins of life. And progenitor means progenerator. That means that procreation model, male and female, reproduction. That's what it is. Now we have all manner of artificial intelligence in terms of information challenging actual information. We have artificial information challenging actual information. And so now all of this is a desensitization campaign to let human beings no longer see nature and God as being actual, and that's what life is, to now shifting our mentalities to looking at something that is projected, just like a signal, into our subconscious. And now into our subconscious comes this idea, and it begins to distort what we're seeing. And so what is being channeled into, what is being signaled into? Well, that's a projection of their masters. That's what's going into your consciousness, because their masters told them how to speak to you, how to relate to you, how to dress that character that you've been emulating. And that character is actually designed from the monster, the fallen entity. That character that is the superhero. Let me put it this way. I mean, I say this all the time when I am rebuking the devil, so I can say it here. It's no big deal. You can agree with me or you cannot. Whatever. Sorry. All right. Every hero, every lead character, in my opinion, let me just say that, every lead character, every hero, in whatever show, as long as it has a stamp of approval of the system and is presented to the people, Lucifer is the main character. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying to you? You can think I'm tripping. You can say, boy, these Christian fanatical Rasta dreadlocks, whatever, think they are so whatever. You say whatever. I'm saying it again. All these stars, Fast and Furious, you want to name them? Doctor Strange, The Avengers, Thor. Come on, keep going. Give me some more names. Superman, Batman, Hancock. Come on, you know them. They're there. Tron, whatever stars you want to call them. Whatever. We even have Hellboy. They have all these, whatever the lead characters are in all the animes, in all the movies, in every single work of art. If it doesn't say Jesus Christ of Nazareth and has the spirit of the true and living God in it, which is, I would say, 0.1% of what is being produced out there. Everything else, Lucifer is the main character. Not another entity, not another fallen angel. Lucifer is the main character. He's so self-centered. So what am I trying to say? Well, I'm trying to say that actors are channeling the son of perdition. That's what I'm saying. Hallelujah. Actors and actresses are channeling the son of perdition. That's the lead character. The lead character that you're trying to emulate is a devil, channeled in to that actor, actress. Do you understand what I'm saying? Same for cartoon characters. The lead character, whether it's a children hero, whatever, whoever, is a devil. And it's designed that way. Hallelujah. It's designed that way. That we take on to the fallen things because they want us to be damned. It's a joke for them. It's a big game. Hallelujah. And you might think I'm just saying that. While we're doing these videos, right, I'm telling you, I can give you inside information, which we do sometimes, right? While we're doing these videos, we are constantly being watched by demons. Hallelujah. Do you understand? There's a war going on. They're there watching us. They're there interfering. We say it, but because people sometimes still don't understand, because you're still living in a world of make-believe and think you're living in the real world. And the real world is the scariest one. It is so scary. While we're doing these videos, these demons are interfering, and they're watching us. And they're interfering with word, with sound, with vibration, with atmosphere, with everything. Yeah, because that's just how they operate. Why is that so? Because others are channeling them. But who are the others? Those who, like us, are working for their masters, right? We are working for the true and living, and they are working for Lucifer. And Lucifer's job, the job that Lucifer gave them, was to fight us. Yes, bald with your eyeglasses, yeah, and your suit and tie, I see you, right? We see you in your two-story boardhouse. The Spirit of God see you, hallelujah. We know you're enemy, and we know you're working, right? So here we, reality is reality. So you are channel your big boss, the devil, and we are kick the big boss out of you, so with the even bigger boss, which is the real boss, hallelujah, in your have in Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We're not channeling no demon, and we're not causing no demon to be channeled through our channel. Can you see it? Channel and channel, even the language. I tell you, oh, you're getting it now. All these things are designed for them, you know. I commandeer the most. They have to commandeer some of these avenues that his word can get in. Because they didn't create the printing revolution so that they could print Bibles. They created the printing revolution so they could print their filth and recreate reprographically their mentality. They're promoting their ideology. They're teaching us their ungodly ways. That's why they invented these cameras. That's why the camera carry a frequency. And I always talk about the eye in the camera. And they look through the eye of the camera. I always talk about it. That's why sometimes I'm doing all these things. We can explain it. I don't have to be hidden about it. Hey, I'm shielding and I'm removing spells as projections. I'm clearing it off. That's why I do this and do this. Because they're being projected, channeling spirits. So we have the conjurers, the channelers, right? They're around us. They're around your community. That's why your life is struggling. That's why your business is struggling. That's why your kids are struggling. Yeah, because they're channeling entities that they're placing in the environment of your life. High priest Tafari.
Yes, brother, great because you mentioned that one where so the phone is one of the major tools of channeling today. It's a crystal ball, you know, basically. Where you can conjure up and watch anything you want to watch. You can go on anybody's profile you want to go on and watch them things. You know? Anything you want to know, you ask your crystal ball. The crystal ball tell you. But most things we are take out of this crystal ball are evil. We love to see the evil. Watch the evil. And those are evil them are push in front of our face all the time. Continually. Through the crystal ball. The crystal mirror. The mirror. Evil mirror. Demonic mirror. Because the correct name there, you know, the demonic mirror.
Yeah, the black scribe mirror.
Yes, I. So all of these actors, actors, reporters, presidents, the whole of them are vessels.
Yeah.
Enough of them are clones. Enough of them are AI. Because the same, them are start use clones, you know, for channel too. And same robot, channel through the robot, channel through the clone. You don't need somebody per se. Them can always dep on. They don't need to make the other person take over again. Them have them own meat suit on earth, trod around. So these channelers are walk around. So things change. Things change enough in the past couple of years, you know.
Trust me.
Because I can remember when we did have like a Nokia and button phone and you play Snake on your phone And that was the
Tetris.
highest technology.
Tetris, right?
I said, wow, we are playing game on the phone. You know, before you have to have like a Nintendo or some console to hook up on your TV.
Yes, real.
But yeah, cause before phone was something to make call
Yes, yeah.
and probably a message. You know, what you call it now, beep. What do you call it, beep? What do you call it?
The beepers, right?
A beeper.
Yeah.
You know?
Our pager.
Pager, yeah man.
See him about someone in a gym.
Sure.
Still magic.
Yeah.
No
Got
man
the
picture.
same crystal technology in them.
Someone in.
And copper wire. Frequency. You tune in upon the frequency. Radio. Same crystal. The quartz, you know.
Radio waves.
The same computer.
Yeah.
Crystals in it and gold and
Frequency to generate.
yes I.
If you give your image, sound, wave, line and balance.
Yes I. Even your SIM card, the chip in your phone, a gold it make out, you know. Enough people don't know say a gold in them phone, you know. Them chip, if you collect all, say you collect 1,000 chip, 10,000 chips, and you come and melt down the whole of that. Enough gold end up with, you know.
True.
A gold in our phone.
Highest conductor.
Yeah, it a conduct these crystal energy and amplify the demonic technology.
Because to see and to have sight is just a bandwidth of light interpreting what enters into the stream of the light. So imagery is just the bending of the photon, the light band. You can project that image through a cone, like our TV transistor is designed. The old tube, that's why it's called a tube, because literally it's a tube. And it's similar to our eyes are designed. It has to copy the optic nerves and the optic system. So it's literally it's an eye. It's an artificial eye, that's why it records, right? And just like the eye records and store in memory, store in electron, what we call it neural signature. So images being transmitted through neural signals, through neural pathways. It's all bending of electrical energy. The same electrical energies can be light, because heat, light. You know, everything is triune. It has three principles to one component, right? So when you can bend light and refract light and infract light, you can take an image from here and project it somewhere else, right? So therefore, what we call hallucination, manipulation, happens because of these entities channeling these beings, channeling these entities, and then projecting what they've channeled into people's subconscious. So they are into these covens and they make pacts and they come and make art, or they make speeches, or they make things within the civic society where they are in integral connection with the people. And they project these images, so therefore they become vessels to channel a certain way of abhorrence into people. And it's well known, it's historic, you know, and it's becoming a part of what is now the end of ages, because now people are understanding the technology that they have used to place demonology on us, to manipulate our consciousness. So now people are questioning really what really is God's creation versus what is just a trick of light and shadow. And a lot of things that you think, just like the Nasa, the Asan, which means deception, the serpent, a lot of it is a trick of light and shadow that comes through rapid reproduction, right? And through the what we call television, that is telekinetic, like telekinesis, right? Telepathy, it is a mental projection. So television and all that is images, telegraphic, televisage, through visual means. It's actually manipulating the mind. It's actually hypnosis, hallelujah. It's actually hypnosis. Yeah, that's what it is. Actually. And because of the light band sensitivity in our eyes, how rapid light band sensitivity, they can send information that in signal comes to us just images in the light, but the subconscious translate back the signals back to consciousness, back to awareness. That's how they channel the demons, like I say, into people. That's why they look at your kids, and the ancient people call it evil eyes. And your child is acting all weird and acting all scared, like the child that the father was trying to make meet the long deceased Queen of England. And the little child was there, and the father was so happy with everybody to say, here, meet the Queen. The child was so scared because the child was seeing the actual reality. The child fell down on his feet, went behind his father on the ground and grabbed his father's pants and ran outside and went as far away from them. And that was not a normal behavior for a child to act in terms of the presence of someone of high respect. Demonic presence, entities being channeled, and right in your very presence they are there. But through the wool over your eyes, you got scales over your eyes, you don't see. But now they got the Doja Cat reality now where they're showing you that your favorite stars. I told you before, but sometimes they say a mind of someone who's thinking all intellectual, we can't get it. No, it's not you can't get it, it's that you won't get it. And I get it, and I'm trying my best to explain it to you, and sometimes language might get in the way. So I'm saying when you see a Doja Cat in the latest presentation, what the demons are saying, they're showing you what they are. So these lead characters, these superstars, Goatman, Michael Jackson, these people are the host of hell. They were just channeled into these characters we see as stars. And so now they're showing you who's been singing the song all along. It's not the human that's been singing. So the demons are saying, we're tired of hiding in this meat suit. So they're saying, I'm going to show that I look like now. I got 3 horns and I got scales and I got fangs. Love me, because you already love my song. Hey, do you understand? That's what we're talking about, channeling of spirits and entities. These entities were to you or I, to some degree, figments of our imagination, because we weren't seeing them truly represented in our culture, because the culture was still tending on the righteousness and evil had to hide. Now we're in the age of revelation. Their time has been shortened to deceive the earth. So now they can't hide no more. Hallelujah. They're coming out of the woodwork, honey. They're coming out. High Priest Tafari has deceived this one.
Yes, brother, great all. Yeah, man, we have to just watchful, educate yourself, keep up with these type of videos. My people perish for lack of knowledge. If we don't know about them things, it just gonna seem like some fantasy thing we are talking about.
Exactly.
And you're gonna be unknown and be deceived. They're not the unknown, So give thanks so you can watch something like this to be aware that people are channel evil entities and are deceive you. So you have to be careful in this earth.
So towards the power of discernment and the true and living God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Yahshua Mashiach, in the power of Yud Kei Vav Hei, we give thanks for His clearance and protection over our life from these demonic forces and entities, and casting them back into the lake of fire. May they be bound with burning chains of molten iron, cast off again into the lake of fire until the day of judgment. Forevermore, so it is. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, giving thanks it's so. So it is. So like, share, and subscribe to Selah Media Experience right here on YouTube. Continue to support all of the channels under Selah Media, Liberty Farms Jamaica, Chill Life Television Network, or just be there through the Patreon or through the PayPal for donation towards the ministry business, so we can improve on the equipment and get some more quality presentations going. Support the merchandise, teespring.com for t-shirt, blazer, cap, visor, and just help us support the process, or book with yours truly the great old therapy session online. I do them through WhatsApp. My rates are affordable. Give it a moment and give it a try. Yes, all things that I mentioned are in the description box below, so check it out, right? So blessings and love, and remember, you're a gift to yourself, a gift to your environment. So be a very discerning gift in the power of righteousness. Again, I've been a great out in the presence of my co-host, High Priest Tafari. Perfect love. Perfect love.